Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube viewers. Good morning, Facebook Nation. Good morning to all people, all colors, all languages, all races, men, women, children around the world. Good morning to everyone. May you have the best day that you can humanly possibly have, as long as it benefits all of humankind. And may those goals come to fruition. So, let's get right into it, because I know a lot of people now, even if you've caught the first video, you're saying, wait a minute, this guy might be onto something. Let's find out where he's going. So this is for you, that viewer, with that positive light. And I'm going to explain that light. So today is part 3. And wait, let me go back. This is to content creators. Excuse me. Content creators. I view a group of various content creators, and I'm going to explain what light is about. So if you're a content creator and you're watching this video, I'm going to explain why I may not agree with you on everything, but I understand that you have light in you, that light is real. So therefore, I have to support you, because we all are bringing one another into awareness so that that light can shine brighter. And it comes from people from all different walks of life doing different things. So if I'm watching you and you know that I'm supporting your channel, it's because light comes from various walks of life. Everyone has a piece to the puzzle. So we have to always look back at our light, look within, to see if your light is in correspondence with what we're getting ready to discuss, and what I'm going to start out with the frequency of light. So frequency and vibration and light are all interconnected, and it brings you into pure light. So let's get into that. So this is part 3 of the laws of nature govern existence. Pure light versus false light. So I just spoke about the earth and the universe having a frequency. Let's get into that. The earth has a frequency which constitutes a wave, which vibration occurs. So we hear that, we feel it in music, we feel it in our gut, we feel it in a situation. So we know that this is all done by vibration and a frequency that is we tap into. A song can make us happy, it can make us sad. What we hear in life can make us happy, it can make us sad. So we know that, when we uncover it all, pure light knows that these are all vibrations, and they can be calculated. And for the higher thinker and the person and the peoples that are coming into pure light, we understand this. So let's get one step deeper with understanding this. Let's take the words from Nikola Tesla, one of the smartest individuals, but also a humanitarian, because Nikola Tesla, if you research what he did in his life, almost everything that we have, he had some play in everything, even in Einstein's equations. So, they'll put focus on Einstein because he was part of a machine. Nikola Tesla wasn't. But everybody's capitalizing off of him. So let me say what this man said. I'm going to quote him, which is today's quote for the day. If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the keys to the universe. So these numbers, I'm going to explain to you in this video why humanity has come. Every time humanity has unlocked these numbers, catastrophic events happen. But what these numbers represent is consciousness. It has nothing to do with the physical matter. It has to do with consciousness. We experience it when we dream at night. When we dream at night, we transcend. But they say to us, oh, it's impossible to travel through time and space, which was the first topic, was space and time. But yes, you can. You do it when you dream. Have you ever dreamed, and you ever had a dream that was so real that you were into it? It didn't matter where it was. You could have been on planet Zargon, but you were there. The people, the environment, everything that you felt, everything, emotion, every feeling, every vibration, it was real. But then we wake up and we come back into this reality. But what if that reality was the real reality from which we came to this place? So this is why, excuse me, this is why I say that we asked to come here. We asked to come into this playground called planet Earth. We asked to come here. So when we realize that we asked to come here, then there's a person I'm subscribed to. He made it perfectly clear when he said that, oh man, what was his point? He made the point that Okay, so we asked to come here, and so what he was saying was more so in the line of I gotta back that up. We asked to come here, and once we realize that we asked to come here, now it falls into place. He said that we'll know where we need to be. He said some of us will be where this individual is from Washington, D.C., or grew up one place and then moved to Washington, D.C., or other people who will move around the country and they have no recollection or no knowledge to know why, but they're driven to go to these places. And then from these places, that light is starting to spring forth. So they have to devise ways to express that light and what's really happening in this earth in different various ways. Some do it in a political arena, some do it in a religious arena, some people do it in a charitable arena, some people. But it's not to say the organizations in whole are true, or the end goal is true. It's to say that we all have one part of a puzzle. So in today's video, we will explain how frequency directly affects, interacts, as well as having an impact on humans around the world biologically. Love, joy, contentment, stress, anger, hate. Lately, we're all hearing words like woke, blessed, or chosen. Whether in a positive way or a negative way, many people use it and many people seek it. Remember what I said, we're all seeking a Messiah or a demigod to lead us, when the answer is within each and every one of us. Each and every one of us possess pure light. We were born with it. So for mankind to direct it, that was never needed. So that's a negative energy in a sort. But we have to come out of that, and we have the power to confront mankind and this system, this machine, to say, hey, if you can't make it work for us, then we're not going to follow you, nor do we support you. And that's all people. So let's get deeper. True light does not allow itself to be dimmed in any way. That's correction, pure light. True light can be manipulated. So some people can reach true light, but pure light is far different. And I'm going to explain that in the next topic. But true light will only allow pure consciousness. When a person's heart is pure, true operates the same. So in order to begin to reach pure light, you got to have your heart in line with true light. Can't happen any other way. If you manipulate, brainwash, all these different things, opinions, and it doesn't work. Negativity, it doesn't work. You can only reach true light. You can never go to pure light. So no matter the person, race, or belief system, in our human form, remember I said we asked to come here. We asked. So in human form, people with light may never agree on a thing. However, what light speaks out to the universe or world is the same. This is how light works, and this is how we know that light exists. And a person knows that they have tapped into it. So the way you know that you're coming into true light is when you question the reality that you're experiencing around you. And that's the beginning. That's the beginning of light. You have to question everything that's around you, but you have to be open for the willingness to change your light that's within. So how do you know that all light is not pure light? That's easy. By the frequency in which the people operate. There's a famous quote where Jesus Christ says, you will know your people by their fruit. So if you're given positive light, but you're an example of positive light, then you are light. Your actions and your words reflect that. And that's how different people can come from different thought patterns, but all possess true light. And this is the calling that's going on in the world today. Our Creator is calling the people, waking the people up. So this we all agree on, and this is what we're all saying. But we're all saying the same thing, that we're all being played against one another. So this is the frequency. And to get back to the Earth itself, so we know the universe has it, but what's the Earth's frequency? The Earth has a frequency of 7.83 hertz. This is a law in which this planet operates, that frequency has been the same. And like I explained in an earlier video, that the sun is going to do what it does, the moon is going to do what it does, and unless something catastrophic changes it, it remains constant. That's a law. So the 7.83 hertz is a law. So it says that we have a frequency, and as long as a frequency exists, you can run vibrations through it. This is where your cell phones come from. This is where your cable comes from. This is where everything electrical and digital comes from. But it can also be infiltrated and used in a negative way. So let me give you a different way of looking at it, a deeper way, something that we can relate to. Okay, so this is light, but I don't know how many people remember the movie The Exorcist, but The Exorcist was a movie based on a book written by Peter Blackley. And in that but I read the book and I saw the movie, which is far different. It's more detailed. If you have a chance, you should read that book, because whoever wrote that book, there was light in that book, and understanding. But you have to be able to decipher what it is that he just said, and it has to reflect upon. It also reflects upon the world that we live in. So the quote goes, "The demon is a liar. He will lie, confuse us, but he will also mix lies with the truth to attack us. His attack is psychological and powerful." That's Peter Blackley. Now, what makes this sentence, what makes this quote so real in the world that we live in and previous worlds? That everything that we see, that we think we like, has something negative attached to it. So even if something, okay, say a person is coming at your door and they're saying, here, we're just out, we're trying to get food to the people, make sure that food, is going to the people. We know that COVID is here, and that, we want to find out if people need anything. But by the way, we're also a part of this organization or part of this church, and we like, your support in some kind of way. Maybe you might want to get involved. You put a condition on something that was good. So again, even though the individual doesn't realize that they are doing something that is evil, they're doing it because they're blind to what it is, that whatever is outside of them has infiltrated the mind psychologically, has caused them to think that they're doing something that's right, because they tap into the human kindness. But in the end of it all, once we bring those people into that organization, it's negative. So let's get one step deeper with this. So instead of the word demon, let's take that word and toss it out, because we're not going to use something religious to explain how light works, because light is pure. In order to come into pure light, then everything unfolds itself. Then you will be led into the religion, the right religion, the right belief system, which all boils down to love. Love is the religion. So let's get one step further. Replace that word demon with person. Okay? So the person is a liar. The group is a liar. The religion is a liar. Or the party is a liar. So I'm still going to stay in this quote. Okay? So let's replace the word confuse. Okay? He will lie to, instead of confuse, manipulate us. He will lie to brainwash us. He will lie to emasculate us. He will lie to cause doubt. He will lie to make us insecure. He will lie to make us enraged. He will lie in order to hate. He will lie in order to put us in fear. So pure light sees the whole picture. Read the entire book. Understand that pure light sees the whole picture. Pure light reads the entire book. Pure light understands every word. Pure light interprets every sentence. That's when you know that you're coming into pure light, because true light will not let you go bypass these things until you can answer those questions in your life. So one of the things that we're taught, which is a negative aspect, which is a negative energy. We've been taught this. I have my own problems, and the problems of the world, I don't have time to put the problems of the world on my shoulders. Just brush them off your shoulders. That's dark energy, and that dark energy has that thought process repeated. I got my own problems. So what's the consequence of this? Well, the consequence of this is dark light overwhelms us with bills, fear, doubts, blame, shame, and thought. So in order to control our light, only to be converted into dark energy. So if we feel that we don't have an obligation to this earth, then somebody else is running the earth for you. But yet and still, you have a say-so in this earth. That's what your light is all about. That the greater the frequency, the more positive frequency that we put out there, the greater the vibrations that take place on the face of this earth. So let's talk about now how this works and how it is applied in all of our lives, how this dark energy is applied. Let me give you an example of this. Let's look at something that we're all familiar with: presidential administrations and promises to its people. No matter the country or nation, the story is the same because of the frequency world governments operate. The frequency is the same. So the same thing I'm saying, you can apply it to anywhere, even to a third world country. It still applies because the laws of nature can't be changed. Once you tap into the laws of nature, you see how everything around you operates. And this is where change comes into play. Okay? So, complaints and promises is what and how administration and representatives are elected. They're elected by this process. Yet every 4 years, the complaints remain the same, and the world or nation remains worse off than the previous 4 years. However, pure light sees not 4 years. Pure light understands that right wing, left wing, and parties in the middle also belong to one bird. And this bird's name is corruption. So, we're always fighting. Every 4 years, we're fighting. We're fighting about this, we're fighting about that, and what this person won't do, and what this person won't do. Pure light sees the whole picture. Pure light knows that since history, no government, no administration, no demigod, no group, organization, charity has ever fulfilled its promises to its people. So it's corruption. That bird is corruption, and everything attached to that bird is corrupt. So let's look at an article that was written by Charles Apple in the magazine called the Spokesman Review, and it's entitled Broken Promises. Okay, so these are not my words. Listen to someone else, and this shows how pure light comes from various places, and we're going to discuss that in part 4. So all we need to do is look at history. The fact is, no administration since records and statistics have reflected promises to the people has been taken. So what Charles Apple did was he started at 1916 all the way up to the present day to show that no administration, they are not keeping promises, that none of this is about us. So therefore, I'm going to give you the figures and how this works, but also I'm putting things on the screen so that you can see that these people throughout history, no matter Republican, no matter Democrat, no matter how they felt, no matter what, things are not happening, and they will not happen. So if they haven't happened in over 100 years of lies, Republican, Democrat, people in the middle, do you really expect anything to change? If it hasn't changed in 100 years, how long would you stay in a relationship that didn't work? Where you came home every day and everything was miserable. Where you came home and found out that the person that you call yourself loving emptied out your bank account, you're broke. Or you buy a car and for whatever reason, every month your car payments are going up and up. When they said that they would guarantee you the lowest rates possible because you have the best credit possible. But your insurance rates, your car rates, everything keeps going up, your electricity, your bills, 100 years. Would you stay? Would you stay? Or would you think that could be fixed? No. It's like driving a car on with no gas, and you expect for the car to start because all the parts are there. So we have to wake up, and this is what pure light does. Pure light, true light, light itself in a positive way gives you consciousness to see the whole picture. Okay? So since 1916, no administration has kept its promise to its people except for wealth to the 1%, the elite, the 1%, and its corporate interests. So those in darkness cannot see or realize this, and those who are coming into pure light are still confused yet willing to go down many rabbit holes. Not a negative thing for a person to do. Going down that rabbit hole is not a negative thing if you're seeking what is pure light, what is truth, what is justice, what is right, what is fulfilling and whole for all of humanity. Because in order for you to even attain light, you have to want the best for all of humanity with no conditions placed on it. So This opens up the door to free thinking and true light, not pure light, because it's different. So now in part 4, we're going to discuss pure light and who has it. And I'm going to discuss the people who all have a piece of the puzzle, who I pretty much listen to and who I pretty much follow, that all have a piece to the puzzle, just like I have a piece to the puzzle. So we're going to do that in part 4. But look at these pictures that I put up alongside of me to take you down that rabbit hole. And you do the research for yourself. And then in 4 years, when an election comes up, you have 4 years. You have 4 years to figure out what it is that you want, but you also have 4 years to hold people accountable for what they say now, instead of being blindsided. Because to remember, evil uses truth also with lies. So, hold people to what is, because we're finding too many times where, things are happening in the news. I'm going to leave you with this, and how, again, a different example, R. Kelly. R. Kelly did some bad things. Now R. Kelly is willing to tell prosecutors other people that were involved. And I heard a content creator say that he shouldn't do that, snitching. No, the reason that R. Kelly should do this is because even if he's lying on different people have information. So even though those people may not have been directly doing what R. Kelly said, those were people that were in that room. And they can point the finger, and we have to go down that rabbit hole in order to correct what's going on in the entertainment industry. Because remember, all these kids and their parents are bringing these children into places like Disney and all those other places where these things occur. So if we don't stop these things now, and we don't, continue to stand on and stay focused on these things, then we allow evil to take us in the direction of married housewives to hillbilly men. Reality TV. Get out of here with that. So stay tuned for part 4. I had to get that out there. Do your research. And for all the people, men, women, and children, have a beautiful day. And for the women out there, remember, if your light is pure and everything is coming from within, you're a beautiful woman. And be comfortable with yourself, because there's so many women out here that are very, very angry. But the anger is coming from them, and that insecurity, because they've allowed themselves to be influenced by that dark energy that's out there. Remember, that's a choice for you to follow. And for men, where we feel that we have to buy and we have to be the one up and we have to, we have to buy love, then we're the ones that are corrupting love. So we have to take on responsibility as men, because like I said in previous videos, the women right now have more strength than the men. The women right now speak up more than the men. The women right now are the ones who are really, really educating. But it's supposed to be this way. Remember, the women are the ones who are nurturers by nature. So women are always going to look out. The ones with pure light and true light are always going to look out. So they're going to call us on our bull. And they've called us on our bull. So stop chasing those women that have already sold out to darkness, and embrace those women who say, yo, I don't care about your money. I don't care about, your car. I don't care about your house. Show me who you are as a person. So men, let's get on track. So again, everyone have the most beautiful day. Be the best person that you can be. And with that, everyone, peace and blessings.